Hi guys. Okay. Hopefully this will be better. Okay, whenever you come in, say hello. Let me know my microphone's working because I can't find my iPad. All right, Courtney. Can you hear me? Is this better? Okay, cool. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Amy. How are you? Sounds great. Yay. Okay, so let's just hop right in. I'm going to go till 2:45, okay? So, and we're not going to, I know, I have to get a new computer. Hop right in, okay? And I may not be able to give you long, detailed answers, but the purpose of this is that I am going to take notes on what you guys ask me so that I can, you know, possibly record, like figure out like what you guys need trainings on. Okay, but like the short things I can answer. So ready, set, go. Okay, ask me what you want. Sounds better. Awesome. I don't know where my iPad went. My son, he's 2. He has figured out the magic of my iPad. So he takes it places. Okay. I hope this means you guys are all typing out like a good question. So here's the thing. They're all going to come at once. All the questions are probably going to come at once. If I miss your question, I will come back, okay? Yes, Casey, yes, track that, okay? Yes, ma'am. For those that have live videos already, any info together to help with the first challenge? No, Livy, don't track any of that right now. Just start from today, okay? Starting from 0, Janet, on Periscope, starting from 0, go on and talk about your interest. Don't talk about what you sell. Hashtag your interest, okay? Again, Kristen, I think it was, talk about your interest, okay? Go on. I went on almost every single day and did a morning chat on Periscope for almost 2 years. And first I talked about breastfeeding, and then I, was a real advocate for that. And then CrossFit, my fitness journey, like my 5,000 Periscope viewers, like know my life. Okay. How to encourage people to hop on live and not just watch the replay. Okay. So a lot of people on Facebook, like 3/4 of your viewers in general, a thumb is 3/4 is going to be replay. So just keep that in mind. Don't worry about that live number, okay? I actually like to do, I have to change what I personally do now because so many people are joining me live. But the information I'm going to give you pertains to the past. So I would used to make my live videos with the replay viewer in mind, okay? Rhonda, my times are going to be totally different from your times. That's why we're going to do the tracking. When I first started Agnes and Dora, I never sold at night. I did never, ever sold at night. And if you knew me back then, you know this is true. I only sold when my boys were sleeping during the day, generally, and I also had someone that come and help me until noon. So I would do like sales at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. And I always did a Sunday noon sale. And it was very important to me that I never had my evenings selling. Okay. And I was very successful with that. Okay, so whatever works for you. You got in this business to make it work for you. Okay. Janet, no. So whenever I would go on for my chats, I wouldn't sell. Even if somebody asked me, you know, hey, I like that shirt behind you. Can I buy it? I would literally say, my next sell is tomorrow. I'm not selling right now. This is just a chat. Okay, this is just a chat to get to know me. Okay. No, I never delete Facebook Lives. What you want to do is you want to go back and you want to hit edit, and then you put at the top, no longer live. Okay? No longer live, shop my party site. All right, let's see here. Oh, I caught up. I just talked really fast. Is that it? No more questions? Let me get a drink. Yeah, you have to edit that description, or what happens, I found out through trial and error, is people that aren't savvy with shopping online will not realize it was a live sell, and they will like try to claim items. So I would just, put at the top. And if you go to my business page, you guys are more than welcome to go like or follow my business page. I do not add reps to my group, and I will tell you guys about that at a later time, but I just don't. So if you're getting declined from my group, that is why. Do you ask people to share, or do you just share? Sorry if that was everything. Okay, so sometimes I ask people to share. I used to ask people to share. So actually, here's the thing, is like, I was always really, really bad about asking people to share, but I noticed other people ask people to share. So I have a few times. I'm still like pretty bad about asking people to do it though. So honestly, I usually just share myself. On Facebook Live, how do you share your live to other platforms while you're recording? Okay, there's two ways, Katie. So if you want to go live on Periscope and Facebook at the same time, you could do that. But you're going to need to be on an iPad and a phone and just tell them, I'm dual broadcasting, cross-selling. I've actually never done a sell that way. I've done chats that way, but never done a sell that way. Okay. Where do you set up your lives from? Personal page, group, business page? Business page. That's the only place I go live now to sell, is my Facebook business page or my Periscope. Okay. And my Periscope is a business. Is there a sweet spot with the length of going live on Facebook? Is there a minimum time you should be on? Okay, Leah. The sell I did Saturday is the longest sell I've ever done. And the only reason it was that long is because so many people were on it and so many people kept buying things. Okay, my max always from the start has always been an hour, because I personally have always kept in mind the replay viewers. And if you can't sell something in under an hour, like you're selling, like you have too much that you're showing. Okay. So, but again, I mean, I was on, I think like 2.5 hours Saturday, and I literally only had my one rack of stuff. But, people kept coming on and then would see what I was wearing, and then I would re-show that. So if that happens, just go with it. But it's rare. Like, I've been a rep for a year and like a couple weeks, and that's the longest live ever. Any tips for calming the nerves? I sound monotone when I'm nervous, not what I'm going for. Kim, you have to be excited about what you're selling. You have to not think about who's watching you, because you want to be yourself, and people want to see your personality come through. So just be yourself. And you know what? Also, the awesome thing about this group is I'm going to give you guys opportunities to come on here and do like mock things if you want to practice in here at certain times. Okay. You have a good number of people, but only a small number are actually active and watching our lives. To get others more active, yes, you want to start using Facebook's info to tell you who is active, and you want to kick those people out that are not active. That might seem harsh, that might sound kind of bitchy, but here's the deal. That's the thing with engagement in this group. People join so many groups on Facebook and then just forget about it and never comment, never like anything, nothing. That is bringing your engagement and your algorithm down. So you might have, it's better to have 50 active people than 500 people in your group and only 10 active. So Facebook has a new feature where you can see who is active. Use that feature, okay? Also go through, if you don't know who to delete, go through and delete people that sell the same product as you. Okay, so in my case, that's other reps for my company. I go through, unless, I'm friends with them or they're on my team or something. How do you stay excited? I try and go on once a week and no one shucks. Cindy, the problem is you haven't built a following. So again, you want to go on there and build a following first. Just because you have these amazing, I'm assuming, clothes, just because you have them, other people have them too, and they have a following because they've built a following. So you want to go on there and you want to talk about things that interest you, and then you're going to have people following you that are going to want to watch you to see what you have to say because they have the same interests as you. Okay, so if you like to sew, then you want, hop on Periscope and do, a Periscope where you're showing why did I pick sewing as an example? Because I know absolutely nothing about sewing, but let's pick a different one. Okay, let's pick hiking. If you like to hike, okay, then go on Periscope when you're out on your morning hike, okay, and talk about your new hiking shoes. Talk about, the trail you're on. Show them the sunrise. And you can hashtag, hiking, sunrise, motivation, exercise, fitness, chit chat, all those things. And then those people follow you. I know, the laughing face. I know, why did I pick sewing? What? But you see what I'm saying? And if your interest is sewing, then you just go live whenever you buy a new sewing pattern. Don't laugh at me if this isn't how you do it. This is how my grandma used to do it. Whenever you buy a new sewing pattern and you get home and you're looking at your pattern and you're getting your supplies ready and you're getting your knitting thing. Knitting and sewing is not the same thing. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but you understand what I'm saying? Remember in school when you had to do a demonstration speech for speech class? There was always a couple different speeches, but one of them was demonstration, and you had to talk and teach people how to do things. You had to bring your supplies and you had to tell them the steps, and this is the same thing, guys, but it's just going on a video, and you're sharing your interests and sharing what makes you you. That's how you're going. It's called attraction marketing. Okay. Would you recommend a live where everything is loaded on your site and they go to the site to claim? Honestly, Amy, I've seen people do that, but I mean, for me personally, no, because I've had success with not doing that. And the people that that say sold, once people start buying, it triggers other people to buy. Okay, they get FOMO or they want in on the action. That's just how things work. Whereas it gives a sense of urgency, whereas going to the party site does not. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. But you try on as many outfits as you can in that time, okay? How can you get viewers on Periscope? So I just talked about that. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney. Leah, you're so hilarious. Is going live, is data or Wi-Fi better? Guys, I said I was really going to try not to cuss in this group because I don't want you guys thinking, oh my gosh, Tara's potty mouth. But this is my group, so if one slips out, I'm sorry. Okay, I love Jesus. I cuss a little. This data or Wi-Fi thing, girl, let me tell you. I don't know, because I've been having to use my data because we pay an exorbitant amount for fiber Wi-Fi, but the more people that are on it in this, subdivision, like the slower it is, and that can definitely mess with your cells. So you're gonna have to figure out what works for you, honestly. Each of them have their drawbacks. That's like a trigger for me, like that question. Oh my God, I've had the worst time. Seriously, worst time. Would you go live and talk about your interest on Facebook in your group or your business page? That's a really good question. I know a gal that's really successful with another clothing company, and she goes live in her Facebook group and talks like I do on Periscope and like I'm doing right now. Like she goes in there and talks to her customers. And that's in her group. That's more like a closed setting. You want your group to be your customers, your warm market. Your business page is your cold market, your people that haven't shopped with you yet, the people that you want to bring in, okay? Your group is for more personal things, for more people to get to know you, get to know, your style. So think about it like this. I think like my business page is more of the Agnes and Dora brand awareness, things like that. My group is more me and my life, my family, my business, all of that. My Periscope is kind of both, but mine's a little different because I transitioned my Periscope from a personal, where I had built a following. I think I had, like 200 or 300 people that followed me for talking about my interest. And, I transitioned it into a business. Alex. If you've watched any of my lives, I butcher names. I'm very good at butchering names. I think it's Alexis? I don't freaking know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to call you Alex. Okay. Sometimes I would hashtag Agnes and Dora. It depends on what I'm going to talk about. The thing with hashtags is I kind of suck at them. So, like, I'll hashtag stuff that I plan on talking about, and then I never talk about it, and then people, might hop on there. And one time I hashtag Game of Thrones, because it was a Monday. I was going to talk about the Game of Thrones that happened on Sunday. But then I never got around to talking about Game of Thrones. So people that clicked on that, like Game of Thrones fans, might have been like, what? So it just depends. I mean, you can go on my Periscope, you can go scroll back through and look at all my hashtags. Okay? Amy, you can advertise on your business page. And you can do you need to research Facebook advertising. Don't just throw money at it. You need to research it and learn Facebook, and then you can advertise. Yes, turn your site off when you're gonna go live so you don't oversell. Mountain Wi-Fi is lame. I agree. Jordan, I can't see all of your questions. No, that's not what I was recommending. Someone asked me specifically about showing something and then directing them to the party site. And I said, if you were going to do that, instead of selling it with numbers, just make sure, you try on as much as possible. People want to see it tried on. No, Natalie, no. If you are a partnership, make sure as much as possible you go live with both people. I have seen, do you guys know Tiffany Lance? She's a partner with Amanda. I believe it's her sister-in-law, and they go live together. They can chit-chat back and forth. When there's nobody commenting, they can talk to each other. They can joke together. It works really, really good for them. That's why you guys have seen me pull, my daughter in the last, 6 months or whatever. She loves doing it. It's something her and I can do together. And we can, it gives people, it's more of a show, okay? It's more of a show than, sitting there just showing stuff and waiting for responses and stuff. Hi, buddy. Okay, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions. Say hi. Oh, sorry, but I do think I went longer than 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to hop off of here, and I am going to put this on YouTube for the deaf reps. Okay, guys? Let me see if there's any more last minute. Okay, I'll take 2 more questions. I'll answer Kayla. Okay, how do you create excitement when you're not showing anything new? Okay, don't tell them you're showing new inventory, Kayla. If you're saying new inventory, stop using that until you get, a pretty good following. Because it takes somebody 8 to 12 times of seeing something to recognize it. Okay, so if we have our Periscope set up with our business information, it's okay to talk personal interest, or should we do a personal account? Yes. So, Kristen, I actually got into some trouble whenever I first started because I would talk about my religion on there. So there are certain things that you want to read in the PMP. There are certain things that you should not bring into your chit-chats on social media platforms, okay? But for the most part, your interests are okay. All right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm going to try to get him back to bed. Bye.